In this video, I'm going to show you by far the largest investment I've made into filmmaking yet. Filmmaking takes a lot of work, and to do it well, it also takes a lot of equipment. Organizing, managing, and transporting that equipment takes up a significant part of any production, so doing that efficiently really matters. On the Meet Cute shoot earlier this year, we lost a lot of time due to inefficiently packed equipment in the back of my car. It was obvious that I needed to optimize this going forward, so here's the solution that I've come up with. This is my new Mitsubishi L300. I bought this empty small van and I'm going to turn it into a Swiss Army filmmaking truck. So the first thing to do is I want to create a raised floor, sort of a second floor, so that I can store C-stands and light stands, tripods and things like this underneath a flat surface where I can store the bigger hard cases. So what I'm building here is some feet to rest that elevated floor on. So I'm cutting a bunch of pieces of wood to size, and they're getting angled edges to fit nicely around the wheel well. And this is a skinnier piece of wood that's going to go hard up against the wheel well so it doesn't take up too much space. Look at this crazy motion blur effect from the camera vibrating from the table saw. Isn't that wild? It's like that scene from Logan. Now I'm cutting this large piece of plywood to fit around the wheel well, which will make it nice and secure. And it fits like a bought one, as my dad would say. Just needed a few little touch-ups with the chisel here and there, but it fit really nicely. Next is to fasten the floor with the feet that it's resting on. Took me a surprisingly long time to do this. As you can see, I ran out of daylight halfway through. Back the next day to finish it up. And I've ended up with quite a sturdy second floor, which is really cool. Next, I'm going to build the shelving. There's going to be 2 shelves in this van, one at the back on the side and one at the front. If I had a bit more time and money, I might try and build something specific, but I'm going to go with these packaged shelving units because they're the right size, cheap, and they're going to do the job just fine. And building the front shelf, this one's going to attach to that crossbar, so it's going to be nice and sturdy. And it's going to house the camera and sound equipment. And here we are. This is the finished build without the equipment in, obviously. You can see the elevated floor here. Lots of room to store things underneath. And then the shelving unit on top of it that's secured nicely to the frame of the van, so it's not going anywhere. And the front shelf as well. It's got some hooks on the back there for gels and things. So let's get the equipment in and then I'll give you a final tour. Alrighty. Come on. So on the back shelf we have lighting equipment. On the bottom here, this is my DIY light kit. This is made up of things that you can buy from the hardware store. It's mostly just light fittings, cables, and some bulbs. So nothing fancy, but it's useful to have when you need it. Then above that we have some more filmmaking lights. These are tungsten continuous lights. They're 800 watts. They're on the lowest end of the range that you can get. Anyway, then we got a box of tape, sort of miscellaneous stuff up the top here, battery powered light, some polyboard holders, short extension cables, a bit of a green screen, and some China balls here. So miscellaneous crap up the top, which actually gets used quite a lot. At the back there we have reflectors. I have a bunch of these reflectors. Let me jump out. A bunch of reflectors, soft white, muslin. Readily available on the back is lots of cables, light fitting, bungee cables bound for securing things down. This is pretty empty at the moment. This is where the C-stands go, but I rent these, so I don't have any at the moment. My tripod, sandbag, I rent those as well, but this is one of my 2. These are the cheap light stands that came with the red heads up there. A couple of these that I try not to use them, but they're sort of like the backup plan. If I run out of rented light stands and need some more, I have those. Oh, my dog's just gone on the mud. Damn it. Moving up the front, we have the camera and sound equipment. And then behind the shelf, between the seats and the shelf, are gels. There's color temperature up the top and the fruity gels. Again, because I'm using tungsten lights, I can't just spin a dial on the back of the light and change the color temperature or the exposure. I have to actually put a piece of gel in front of it to manipulate it. So there's color temperature up the top and then neutral density and diffusion down the bottom. These are obviously essential for a film set, at least they are for one that isn't primarily lit with LEDs. I have some cleaning equipment because filmmaking is a messy business and you want to leave your locations cleaner than when you found them. And this is sort of the everything else box, some random cables, multi-boards, paper towels, stuff that you need but doesn't really have a home, just kind of lives there. Some black wrap down here. Okay, that's the van. It's been a huge investment, but it's made a huge difference to the way I shoot my films. My productivity on set has increased. The amount of equipment I can get to a location has increased. It's been a huge help. Production value increase, visible on screen, has been noticeable. So that's fantastic. That's why I got it. There's more videos for each of the specific pieces, like the camera case, the camera itself, the monitor, the sound bag. All on the channel already, so check those out if you want to have a closer look. There'll be more of this van in behind the scenes videos for my films that have come out. I've shot, I think, 2 or 3 short films with this van, a couple of other projects for other people, and my biggest short film that I'm currently in post-production on, we use this for as well, and there's going to be behind the scenes for that as well. Thank you for watching, subscribe if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.